Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Sparklethorn Designs. Here are the supplies that we're going to need for this one. I had planned to paint it Valentine's Day, but decided that you use Valentine's Day for such a short amount of time that I could use this in my craft room. I had seen this in another video, and I'll see if I can find the picture and put it up here for you. It was painted for Valentine's Day, and they had actually put these in backwards with a handle, and I thought it was really cute, but I like the hearts, so I wanted to keep that out so that it could be seen. Anyway, so you'll need 4 of these little boxes with the little drawer inserts. You're going to need a package of the small wood planks. There's 6 in there. You're going to need whatever colors of paint that you're going to want. I had actually started off with the moss from Waverly to paint my green pieces, and I wasn't very impressed with the color in proportion to what I had going on here. So I went with Kelly Green Apple Barrel, Cool Blue in the Apple Barrel, and then I think I got this at the Dollar Tree, this Martha Stewart multi-surface satin, and it's I think it's just, yeah, lavender fields. Paint brushes of your choice. These are from Christmas, but I mean, you could use little ones from Hobby Lobby. Dollar Tree usually has some little wooden shapes, but once I turn it upside down, I think it's going to look really cute as little feet. And I already did all the painting. I figure that's not something that you necessarily want to see. You can spend your time that I spent painting watching extra videos. And then you're going to need some hot glue that we've got turned on here, and some E6000. You don't have to have the E6000. You can use whatever permanent glue, super glue, whatever you want to use. I just want mine to stick really well. But this is the clear E6000. And I didn't know it, but they also make it in black. And I had come home, and the first time I opened it, I just hadn't been paying any attention whatsoever. Squeezed some of that out, and I was in for quite the surprise. All right, so let's get started here. Probably need to start by gluing. Ooh. This is my first craft video doing this in front of people, so hopefully you guys can bear with me just a little bit. Let that set up just a little bit. Go ahead and get these done. Hope you guys are having a great day. We're going to finally be back up into the 50s today, so that's kind of nice. We still have so much snow on our street that I'm not sure if we haven't gotten out at all since the snow. right. Let those all set up just for just a second. Something else when you're picking these boxes, if you'll notice, this one's a little bit uneven. And I've also noticed, at least in the batch that I have, that not all boxes are created equal on the drawers. So if you pull them out, you may not be able to fit it back into the other one. It could have been, now that I'm realizing, it could have been because of this, and this one is a little bit bigger. But if you're doing a project where they need to be level, you need to check that whenever you're purchasing them. I can put this one on top, so it's not gonna be, well, it will, because actually I'm gonna be putting one of these up here, but you know, it'll all work out. Okay, next, let's do, excuse me, I've got the yuckies. I don't feel bad, but I just cannot, for the life of me, get rid of just the stuff. Let's see, let's do this one. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Dribble of E6000 on the table there. Let's see if we can get this to work just right. I've been working on cleaning my craft room up. It's, as I've said before, quite the disaster. I got in the closet yesterday afternoon and cleaned it out completely, and then put some stuff in some bins. Maybe I'll do a before and after at some point in time for you guys. It needs a lot of help. What are you guys up to this weekend? Does anybody have any big plans or any cool crafting things or places that you're going? Leave it down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Maybe set something heavy on top of that for a little while. All right, so we're just about finished here. And I will tell you, there is another craft that I'm going to have to get all the pieces for. It's similar to this, but it has, it looks like a house. And it's so cute, and I am really excited to get into Dollar Tree and get all the pieces for it. All right, final stretch. While I'm doing that, I think I told you guys I've got a friend who makes bracelets for fun, and she made me this Aspire bracelet, which, if you've been watching my junk journals, that is my word for this year. And she made it in my craft room colors, which are also right now pretty much my favorite colors. So, love her. Love my Christy. She is great. Okay, now let's see a second. Top or bottom? Alright, let's flip this cutie patootie over. And then let's get the final glue down. haven't had a chance to get this project done, and I'll tell you, I have just been wanting to get it done and get this out and displayed on my desk. And I actually noticed in one of my journaling videos with you guys that I had had it sitting out, and I chuckled to myself. Oh, hold on, let's see, that one needs to come forward, and that, oh, maybe too late. Okay, well, it's good. It's all good. It's not quite what I wanted it to do, but I should have been paying more attention. But anyway, I noticed that it was in that video kind of as a possible teaser. That's going to be, I should have put something there to keep it a little more level. But here we go. I can store little beads or washi tapes. And I'll tell you, this may have been this one. Some of these little drawers are not the easiest. So when you are picking those up at Dollar Tree, you might pull them out and put them back in and see what you think. I did do some sanding on these, and so they were pretty rough around the edges when I started. But here's this craft. I hope you guys like it. I am super excited about getting that one on my desk. All right, on to the next one. All right, for this next craft, you're going to need a wood round, whether it be this oval shape or something else, a wooden cross, and I do know that at the Dollar Tree they do have several different types of crosses available. Some of them had cutouts, some of them had a little more embellishment on the edges. This one was my favorite, at least so far from what my stores have had. You can paint it any color you want. If you want to use it for Easter, paint it Easter colors. If it's something that you want to keep all year around, stain it, leave it plain, however you want to do it. All right, so I painted mine with the Waverly chalk paint in Ballet Slipper. I don't know if you can see that. It's not coming through for me, but anyway. I plan on using some wood glue. I got this at Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using again my hot glue, which also in that first craft with the boxes, we could have used wood glue with that instead of the super glue. Dollar Tree has the floral foam. You could get the harder one. I prefer this one. I don't like working with the other one. It's just, it annoys me. I have some that is not Dollar Tree that I actually, this and a whole bunch of greenery that I'm sure I'll show you at some point in time. We found this in our attic. We cleaned out our attic, and there was this giant Hobby Lobby bag of greenery. And I was like, jackpot, because, I mean, you know, that stuff's not cheap. But it all still has the tags on it and everything. Let's see. So just decide how much greenery you want to use. And then also choose some flowers. And I don't know if these are the ones, all these flowers, that's not true. Most of these flowers are Dollar Tree. These are from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to tell you, when I go and I choose flowers, especially ones that have multiple flowers and stems, you have to really check them and make sure that they have a bunch of flowers, because sometimes, I don't know if people pick them off or if they just fall off, because I know they just fall off sometimes and they're in the bag when I get home. But just be sure that you are getting your fair share. Now this particular one was on it was a flower arrangement of my mother-in-law's, and she passed away. It's been almost a year. Her and my beautiful Max. passed away a day apart. Hardest week of my life. But anyway, she had a bunch of flower arrangements, and so her husband let me pick through, and so that's what this is from. Long story short, these are from Dollar Tree as well, as are these. And I want to say that these were in it as well, but I've pulled a bunch of these butterflies off and used them in different things. So it may not have been this particular one, but I know that they came on a Dollar Tree flower. And then a couple of roses, which I don't know if I will use them or not, but these were also some from my mother-in-law's stash. All right, so to get started, let's glue this down. It looks like I need another glue stick. Yep. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, excuse me, is put this in there. I don't think I want it. All right, maybe we'll go that deep. All right, and let's stick. Let's start with I don't think I'm going to use the leaves, but I do want to keep them, and I want to put just a little bit of glue on the flowers to keep them in. Now, you don't have to. You could totally just stick the flowers in, and then that way you could remove them at a later date. And I think what I'll do maybe is fast forward while I finish putting this together and then come back to you guys when it's close to being done. So I'll see you soon. All right, so I'm going back into my stash. Picked up a few more things. I decided that white hearts could be used for any time of year, so I may use those. I've got these little pieces of grassy looking things that I thought might be a good standout thing, and then I found a few more. These have kind of got a peach color to them. Maybe you can see it right there. But anyway, so here we go. Let's finish this up. In here, this is going to probably be the back. I'm thinking this is going to be my front, but get some moss. Got this at the Dollar Tree. They make it in the, I think this is the reindeer moss, and then they've got the brown moss as well. Since we're moving closer to like a spring feel, I thought that the green moss would be a good touch. Getting it in there, I should have thought about that in the beginning because it's kind of crumbly. So let me just throw a little bit of glue on it. Let's just see if we can patch some of it in. All right, so here is the finished product. Turned out pretty stinking cute. Looking forward to putting it on a table for my centerpiece. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was quite the process for me. All right, so on to the next craft. Okay, so for this craft, I've seen this done quite a bit. I've got a couple things I'm thinking about doing something a little different with. You're going to need 4 of these from Hobby Lobby. You're going to need 4 of these from Dollar Tree. Most of the time they pop the back. You can just pull the back off and it comes off, and then it looks something like this. I also removed the screws and then used a little bit of filler to fill them up. Now, I did not take the backs off of 2 because my thought is if I can put it where I'm wanting to put it when they're glued together, it'll be close enough to the wall that I might be able to just kind of lean up against the wall and it'll have enough support. So I'm going to give that a shot, and if not, then I can just pull these off as well. And then these, once they're completely off, in the video that I did for these, they had put these on here like that as little drawer pulls or whatever. I am loving this, by the way. All right, so what we'll need to do is, let me plug the hot glue in, which I probably should have already done, and I didn't. We're going to need the hot glue, and then we're going to need probably the wood glue. Let me grab the wood glue. Well, I might grab the wood glue. What did I do with it? I moved everything around after my last video, and it's probably sitting here staring me in the face. And this is why my craft room needs to be cleaned. It is, there it is. All right. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these upside down. And then it's not going to matter, but then I can cover these little holes because I don't think I want to paint. My original thing was maybe just painting over it, even just a little bit, dry brush it, but I don't think that's what I want to do because I really like this color. So I think what I'm going to do is just put some greenery or some flowers or something here, but we can decide that as we go. All right. Okay, so I think the hot glue is finally ready. So let's get a little bit of glue down. You don't want to put too much because you don't want it to, which I think is going to be a problem with the wood glue. You want to make sure you get it all leveled up there. Wipe the excess. Let that hot glue set up for a second. Then I'm going to lay them flat so that they can continue to dry. And then I'm just going to use some of this since I had it already left over. Maybe add just a little bit more. Just to be sure. Okay. All right, so let's get this one on there. Tell you what, I'm not so sure I don't have some wonky hot glue. It could be the user. It could definitely be the user. All right, so just going to leave that for just a second. Let that get all set up. Then we're going to glue. We're going to glue these together as well. All right, and let's just go ahead and lay this down, squeeze it together. Let that hot glue set up. I'll have a better, absolutely, looky there. Got it all set up. And I think once that wood glue dries, this is going to be perfectly fine. Get my pictures in there. All right, well, let's lay this down. Get the hot glue off that's haunting me there. All right, let's see what we can do about getting some florals added to this. Okay, so it's been a few days for me. I've got the sinus infection crud, so I apologize for the scratchiness and the coughing and then whatever else may come out. So this is what I think I've decided on for completion of this. I printed out He is Risen with my little cross, and I think that turned out really well. The cross actually was on this color scheme already, but I put it on this orange-ish paper, and I thought that the rabbits and the little roses were cute. I'm still a little iffy about my little green leaves, but I think I like it. But I have decided I'm only going to hot glue it all down. That way, if I don't like it or I want to change it for a different season, it'll be easily done. The bunnies will cover up these little holes, and so will these cute little flowers. There's not anything here in the center, but I just kind of thought that one added a little something. And then the flowers will cover the holes up at the top. And like I said, you could always why didn't I go ahead and get the hot glue gun completely ready? Why do I do that to myself? So let's get these things glued down. I want to be sure and line them up with the bottom of the frame. And I wanted the ears to just hang off just a little bit. I still cannot get over how cute these little bunnies are with their little cottontails. Just too stinking cute. And I don't know if I talked about it. I did cut just the little bit of the leaf. What was it? Was it the leaf? Let me look here. Yes, I did cut this flower right here off on this one so that I could stick these together so that they would kind of be a little more flush. All right, cute bunnies, cute, cute. Something else that I did kind of notice a little bit when I was just looking at it is there is a gap right here. And if it's something that you're going to end up painting, then you might want to use some spackle or some wood filler or something to put in there to kind of make it look a little more flush than having that little bit of gap there. I really like these. I don't know what they're called, but I do think they're very pretty. I've just never been able to find something yet anyway until this.
that I thought I could get away with using it on. Now, do I want to use... I think we're going to have to cut the back of these off just a little bit. Nice big glob of hot glue on that one. Fluff the flowers a little bit. I am really happy with the way this turned out. Again, I love the fact that it's got the two on the back so that I can just set it up and have it look pretty. Tell me what you guys think. If you're still here watching this, do you have anything that you would have done differently, or color differences? Give me a shout. Go out there and spread God's love. See you soon.